Welcome back, my dear students. Exams are just around the corner, so let's quickly and simply understand a very important poem, John Donne's A Lecture Upon the Shadow.
Let's start with a simple question that you might have also thought about, a question that is at the very heart of this beautiful poem. Are secrets ever a good thing for a relationship? First things first, let's get to know the brilliant poet John Donne. He was an absolute master of what we call metaphysical poetry. Now, don't you worry about these big words, my children. It just means he used very clever ideas and surprising pictures to explain deep feelings, like love. He really makes you see the world in a totally new way. Okay, let's dive right into this. The whole poem is built on one simple, genius idea. The journey of love is just like the journey of the sun through a single day, from morning to noon to afternoon. Simple, right? So the crucial point is to follow the sun. Let's begin in the morning, which, you can probably guess, represents the start of a relationship. In the beginning, when love is new, or infant, as he calls it, the lovers create shadows. But what are these shadows? What do you think he means? These are morning shadows. They are the little secrets the couple keeps from the outside world to protect their new love. Think of it like a new crush you haven't told all your friends about yet. It's your own little secret. Now, what's really interesting here is that these shadows are not a bad thing at all. They are just part of the early stage of love. They're meant to protect it. And as love gets stronger, just like the sun rising higher, these shadows get smaller and smaller. So let's see how this builds. What happens when the sun reaches its highest point, right at noon? At noon, the sun is directly overhead. And what happens then? The lovers stand right on top of their shadows, making them completely disappear. How clever is that? And this brilliantly illustrates the highest point of love, a state of perfect openness, total honesty, and complete trust. There are no secrets at all, not from the world, and definitely not from each other. But, Donne gives us a warning, because after noon, the sun begins to go down. And what happens then? He says new shadows will be created, but pay close attention, my dears, because these shadows are very, very different from the morning ones. This is the most important morning in the entire poem. These new afternoon shadows are deceptions, secrets the lovers keep from each other. They are dangerous, and they grow longer and longer, eventually blinding the lovers to the truth. This slide is absolutely perfect for your exams, so please take a good look. It clearly shows the difference between the two types of shadows Donne talks about. Morning shadows are harmless and external, but afternoon shadows are dangerous and internal. So after this whole journey from morning to afternoon, what is the final message? What is the lecture that Donne really wants us to learn? The poet says that true love is a constant light, but the moment deceit begins, the very first minute after that perfect noon, love's day ends. It immediately becomes night. There's no slow decline, it's just over. All right, children, let's quickly go over some very common exam questions so you can score full marks. Ready? Okay, this is a very, very popular question. So let's look at the simple answer. Simple, right? Just remember this. Morning shadows are about hiding love from others, but afternoon shadows are about hiding things from each other. So what is the main point he is trying to tell her, and by extension, all of us? The whole poem is really just a beautiful, clever way of saying, let's make a promise to never ever lie to each other, because the moment we do, our love ends. And Donne leaves us with this powerful thought. Think about it. Once lies have entered a relationship, can it ever go back to that perfect, trusting noon? The poem doesn't give an easy answer. All the best for your exams, my dear children, and I'll see you in the next video.